Hello, it's November 2021, and I'd like to hit on several different points real quick. Just basically things that I've already said in other videos, but it's nice to recap sometimes, just maybe even as a reminder. So I'm going to begin by talking about how, as a descriptive, wickedness or evil, call it whatever you want, appears nice, and these people appear nice. Those, for example, who are imposing tyranny and injustice. They appear nice, they appear friendly. And these people who do bad things may even ask questions about, say, a position that you're on. And they do so not because they really care or they want to learn something. Well, they do want to learn something. What they want to learn is how they can better impose something, for example, such as injustice. They evolve. Wickedness, as that descriptive is, evolves. So if there's a counter to something that they want to impose, and say, for example, they're, as a descriptive, intended victim wins or is successful, those who are imposing wickedness will evolve. So next time around, they become the victors. And these people who impose, say, with current worldwide events, they tell you what they're going to do. Not because they have to so much, but it's more to ease their conscience. And even on a small scale, say a criminal who does whatever, say even to very extreme things, they will justify their acts or their words to ease the conscience, to justify it, so they can say, hey, you know, what I'm doing is right. Because people who do wrong most times don't see that they're doing wrong. They actually think they're doing right. So they say, this is what we're going to do. And they do it. And when you highlight this to a lot of other people, say, using the example of current worldwide events, that, yeah, this is what they said. There's a video of them saying that. They put it in print, say in a book, or there's news articles or whatever. Most people are so socially conditioned that they will default to saying, well, that's just a conspiracy theory, when it's right there in front of them. They can't or won't accept the fact that something is being imposed, like tyranny or whatever example you want to use. And this segues into what I've been saying in the past few videos, is the war of attrition. It's not about surviving the flesh, the body. It's about surviving in the mind. And some could say, or it can be said, that the mind is the soul, which it is. But that's a different topic. And that's what this war of attrition is about. Not surviving in the flesh, but surviving in the mind. A test of character, a test of will. So they tell you what they're going to do. They appear nice when they're doing it. And the war of attrition is about the mind, test of will, test of strength. So you're going to have to learn to be able to stand on your own, if you can't already. And it doesn't necessarily imply the whole lone wolf scenario, but you have to be able to stand alone, because chances are you'll spend at least part of your time in the war of attrition alone. But on top of that is, even when you're with others of like mind, regardless of what your position is, you can hold your own, which is a benefit to a group, for example. And I've said many times using the example of busybodies and do-gooders and all these other types, they band together because they're weak. They can't stand alone. And this is where we tie into social justice and all these types. They're only strong as a group, but individually they're weak. So if you can stand alone, there's your test of will. And you're a benefit to others, say for example within the group. And being in a group segues into, there's a saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. But I've always said, keep your friends close. Keep your enemies close and your friends closer. Because what we see even in the world today, as an example, that those closest to you are the ones that will do the most harm to you if, for example, they are not of like mind. And they'll be the first to turn you in. They know you well. They know, for example, your strengths and weaknesses in character and will use that against you. So you have to be mindful of that. And I've said before, those who you may start off, think of it as a race. You start off in a race, and those who you started with may not be with you at the finish line, but there'll be new faces beside you at the finish line. For example, those of like mind. And that is what the goal is, to get to that finish line. Anyway, things to think about. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share.